Building downtown. Building downtown. Building downtown.
And that was the first same one, the dumbfounded versus tantrum.
Oh yeah.
Dude, we had to wait. We had to wait for like 4 hours for them to get there because there were fires. They were on the way, and then they closed the fucking Highway 5, like because of the fire. There were like fires and shit,
like forest fires.
Yeah, like forest fires. There's like mad fires, like all the time.
Cali's always on fire. Huh?
Yeah, always on fire for some shit. And then they had to like redirect, and like they took like hella longer. And they get there, you see, that's why you see like they just woke up and shit. Like Dumbfounded just woke up. And then like they had to battle Frankie Waps and Jace Juice, and then Tantrum had to battle fucking Tantrum. I mean, Dumbfounded had to battle Tantrum and shit. So I was like, damn, that was crazy. It was just an amazing event. And I'm watching it, and I'm talking to Lush, and I'm like, because I know Lush from the tightrope days, because he was in a crew called Delinquent Monastery, Delmont crew. And then they would do shows, and we would do shows with them sometimes, you know? And so he knows me. So he's like, oh, bro, we're going to get you on the next one. And then that's when I battled Lyriflip. And then shit, that's it right there, dude. You know what I mean?
So I was just gonna ask. So it was Lush that connected you with a grind time opportunity.
Yeah, he was like, hey, we need you to get on. And he's like, who do you want? He's like, I'm like, yo, give me fucking someone crazy already, dude, because I'm trying to like battle someone crazy. He's like, nah, we're gonna give you Lyriflip. You know, we'll just give you him for now because you know. And I'm like, all right, cool, you know, whatever. And I just I just ended up doing really well that first battle. And then that kind of propelled me. But then it was just like, they kept on giving me like, y'all just get this guy for now. And then you could get this guy later, you know, like that, you know, I felt like I was getting a lot of those battles, but I worked hard, you know, I was working hard for Grind Time, King of the Dot as well. Don't Flop. I work hard every battle. So like, it just showed, you know, it was just like that. Yeah.
How difficult was it to get opportunities around, you know, the Grind Time and before that, you know, battling over beats and shit like that?
Yeah.
Because it was so widespread and so thin and way more niche than it even is now. So, you know, like, you know, having that connection with Lush gets you to Grind Time, where Grind Time at that time, you know, is probably the that or Smack DVD, depends on what you're looking for. Grind Time is where my heart is, right? That's, you know, the content.
Oh, for sure.
More attracted to. But, you know, that's a good look for you. Leading up to that, how fucking difficult was it? What did you have to do to get
shit, man? Like, to be honest, so I'll be honest with you. I battled Lyriflip, and after that battle, it wasn't that hard anymore after that, you know? Like, and especially after EK. Because it was like, okay, this guy is definitely winning, you know, winning. He's not just like, you know, like he's beating fools. Like he's not just squeaking by. He's winning. And I'm like, all right. And after the Swave battle, and I lost that battle, you know, but the round when I talk about his dad's one arm, that got me a lot of other battles. You know what I mean? Like just like moments in battles like that one arm shit. That's just crazy, bro. Because Eminem and Royce the 5'9" watched that battle.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, dude. Like, okay, so I don't know if you follow all my work, but after I battled Swave, I battled Mox, which was like the biggest Hawaii, like biggest event in Hawaii ever. And I battled him. It was like the biggest like battle there. I mean, it's nothing, you know, but it was fun, right, at the time. So I battled Mox. And then I went, dude, Mox was on American Idol and everything. And like, he was on there for singing and shit.
What?
And yeah. So like, you know, we had a really cool battle, funny battle. And then they kind of like jerked me with an OT. So I freestyled. It was all right. It was kind of horrible, but it wasn't. And he came cool. But then like, I mean, you watched that battle. I won the battle. Anyway, I land, right? And then I turn my phone on and I see like 6 missed calls from Swave. And I'm like, what the fuck? What's Swave? And then as I turned it on, he's calling me again. And then I'm like, hello. And I answer, yo. He's like, yo, Shane, you won't ever believe, Shane. He's like, you won't ever believe who I just talked to, Shane. And I'm like, what? Who? And he was like, yo, so basically he was like, yo, I'm here at fucking the Red Bull finals, the MC battle Red Bull
I remember
finals.
that shit.
Yeah, in New York, the one that DNA won.
Yeah.
Right? And then Royce and Eminem were fucking judges, dude.
Uh-huh.
And then they went up to Swabe at the end and was like, yo, we seen your congrats on your, battle with Fredo, but man, that fucking third round though. And then he tells me like verbatim, like Eminem was like, yo, that was like, it was like a pretty crazy round. Like that's some shit I would do. That's what Eminem said. And I'm not saying this to brag or nothing like that. I'm just recollecting. Like I'm just remembering shit.
You should, but anyway.
I was going to say, brag the fuck out of that.
No shit.
Yeah. But because Swave, because I didn't hear it from the goat's mouth per se, right? But Swave is pretty solid. You know what I mean? He's not going to lie about anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then so he told me that Royce was very familiar with that round. So Eminem, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. So after that, I battled Roan, battled a whole bunch of fools in Canada before I got like banned and shit.
Oh, banned from Canada. Let's hear this story.
Okay, so who is it? So I battle. Who is it? Who's my first battle? It was in Calgary, and I battled with a Ubiquitous. Ubiquitous. He's like a doctor now. But I battled Ubiquitous first. King of the Dog, Calgary. And it took me 3 hours to get in because they were like trying to see, they like to stress you out at the border. And I'm like, fuck, all right. And then so they let me in, boom, battled. And then the second time, boom, got in again. The third time I was supposed to battle Aspire. Oh my God, I don't know why. But I was supposed to battle Aspire in Vancouver. I go to Vancouver and I'm like, yo, they see like this old charge I had. It was like theft or some shit. It was like an old boosting charge, but it was like, damn, I was like, I'm done with that already. Like I thought I expunged my record, and then they're like, nah. So they fucking sent me back. That the same thing happened in Calgary when I battled Cheddar Cheese, and then they were like, yo, fuck that, dude. Like Sketch Menace was like, yo, just battle tomorrow, because just battle tomorrow in the morning. So if you look at my Cheddar Cheese battle, we're fucking in a park and no one even knows about battle rap, and he fucking wins. And I'm like, that's trash, dude. Then I go home. Then I'm like, that sucks. And then so like after that, I went to the whole City Hall shit, got my shit, and then I haven't been to Canada since. So I've never been invited ever since. And I showed organic on my papers and everything. So it should be good next time there's an event there, but I don't know.
Oh, fuck. Well, trust me, we're dying for an event here. The North Grand Prix division should have been a lot more Canadians and up here, but we get it. Well, for certain measures, right? You got to be safe. You got to do what's best, obviously, for the company and for the people. But back to Canadians, even though it wasn't on Canadian soil, we can't talk about you battling Canadians without mentioning one particular Canadian's name, Bender.
RP, my brother, man.
That's my brother, man. Holy shit, man.
You know what I'm saying?
So we just botched the battle before this.
So you're lacing up your fucking boots, getting prepared for that battle. Obviously, when people pass away that are good, they get more recognition. But I mean, Bender got the same recognition when he was alive, in my opinion. Dude,
no, he got way more. I feel like he got way. I think he got more and more. Like at one point, everyone thought he was like, yo, he's the man. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Including me. I'm like, yo, this fool is raw, bro. But I hella wanna. I was like, for the longest, I'm like, I gotta battle this fool. You know what I mean? Because I think that we do a good battle. Him and Nestle were my ones. That's why I don't battle so much no more. I just battled the two guys I've ever wanted to battle in life.
Those are two my favorite battles of yours, right? Probably the two most favorite. There's some ones from back in the day, but obviously it's not as the product is not as polished.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
dude, the Bender one is by far, dude.
So good on both ends. That's a performance. You know what I mean? If it's not going to be a judged battle, that there's a cash prize at the end. One guy walks away with his pockets empty. The other guy walks away with $5 grand, whatever. That's not it's I find battlers don't put on a performance as much. It's more so going at something with an angle, really trying to dig at the person. But in that format, usually what makes the best thing, like Head Ice and Carter Deems. I'm pretty sure it was the same event. If not, it was at the Bunker. You know what I mean? That they put on a great performance, and you and Bender, holy shit, you two delivered.
Dude, that's hella funny. I have funny stories about that. So like he like came to the battle, like I gave him a ride, like he rode with me to the battle, like because he didn't have no ride to the battle. We're in the same hotel. And it was kind of weird to me, you know what I mean? Like, It was kind of weird because I've never traveled to a battle, like the event with the dude I'm battling and shit. I'm hearing him whispering shit to himself. He's like getting ready. It's hella funny because I honestly think he knew my rounds already because I was practicing so loud in my room. And I feel like he was outside and shit, right? So like I only because I was on my True Detective shit later on that night, and I found one of his cigarette butts outside, like on the balcony. I like you know, in the front of your hotel. If you're upstairs, you have that little, you know, the thing.
You think he was adjusting his rounds, listening to you?
Yeah, I don't know. I think so because he did that Rough Rider shit. I know he was thinking about that as soon as he seen me. You know what I mean? I saw his, like, I knew because I was smoking cigarettes at the time, and then I seen his cigarettes because we were smoking, and then I'm like, yo, this motherfucker for sure heard my shit.
Got a stethoscope and shit.
For sure heard my shit. And I was practicing like, yo, this is performance now, you know, because it's the day of, so I'm trying to get ready, and I'm doing, and then I open the door and he's there, and I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, all right, so I come back and I see the cigarette butt, and I'm like, yo, he was here. He listened to my bars. He's smart though, because I would do the same shit.
Building downtown.